what's going on guys, it's Dan here from TableTennisDaily. A month ago I attended the England vs Greece European qualifying match and caught up with world top 50 player Liam Pitchford. Before the match I got some time with Liam to review the Butterfly Viscaria blade, which Liam uses as his blade of choice. The Viscaria has been a very popular blade for a long time and was even more famous after London 2012 Olympic champion Zheng started using it. The blade sits well in the hand and comes in a standard butterfly packaging. The Viscaria is one of the first blades that made use of the arrowlite carbon, or ALC for short, and has a composition of koto, ALC, limber, kuri, limber, ALC, and koto. As such, the composition and thickness is exactly the same as a T-Mobile ALC, with the only difference between the two being the handle and wings of the blade, as seen in the photos here. The wings and the handle on the Viscaria are thicker than the bowl ALC. This influences the vibration and sound of the blade, which adds a touch more feedback and slightly softer feel than a bowl ALC. If we compare the Viscaria construction to the new Tiago Apollonia ZLC, the Viscaria uses koto, a harder wood, as the outer layer. This produces a harder impact and makes the blade more stiff than the Apollonia, which uses a limber layer as the outer wood, which is softer, creating a softer impact and gives the blade more flex. The Viscaria blade weighs 90 grams and has a thickness of 5.8mm. Myself and Liam both used the Viscaria in the review, using Butterfly Tenergy 05 rubbers on both sides of the blade. My first impressions with the Viscaria blade was that it felt extremely well balanced and that the feeling was exceptional. The Viscaria is a topspin machine and I could feel the crisp large sweet spot right away. As with all the reviews I've done with pros in the past, it took a little time to adjust to the sheer spin and speed that Liam produced. However, with the Viscaria, it was less of a learning curve due to the great control and touch this blade gave me. Liam combines the forehand and backhand topspin with supreme quality. Liam demonstrates lightning speed, displaying tremendous recovery during a 2-point forehand exchange. The Viscaria's medium hardness gave me good control whilst also being very responsive and direct when blocking back the shots. This is one of the main attributes I like about this blade. It has that great carbon feel and pings off the bat fast but with a lot of accuracy.
Basically, when the new ball came in, the new plastic ball, I decided I need a bit more sort of speed in my strokes, and sort of consulted with the Butterfly guys and gave me a few to try, and I decided that Viscaria was one for me. Sort of had that speed, a lot more speed than I was used to, but I still had the control that I wanted sort of for my game. I think a lot of players like it. I know a few of the guys that I practice with use it as well, and yeah, I think it must be good. I like it. So, you know, my backhand flick, I sort of like to play that, and I felt like I have the control still with this to really sort of have the spin, but also the speed to make the ball kick as well, to put the opponent under more pressure straight from the receive.
Is that the idea nowadays? Because it's just like put the opponent under pressure pressure from the word go, you know?
Yeah, I think so. I think most of the time, even if you're digging long, like those people, you really try and get something into it. I think, especially with a new ball, you've got less spin in the ball, so you need to sort of get on the offensive straight away.
When asking Liam what he liked about the Viscaria, he noted that it was excellent in the backhand flick department. You can see here Liam was able to impart a lot of spin and speed onto the ball, whilst maintaining a high level of safety. A bit of masterclass from the England player here as he demonstrates an around the net shot with the backhand.
There it is.
Once Liam got in with spin, I had absolutely no chance winning the point. The Blazed Well really grabs the ball well, producing vast amounts of spin. The advantage with the Viscaria is the balance between spinning the ball and playing strong on the 5th and 7th ball attacks.
No words.
I gave my best to put as much spin on the ball as possible, however the sheer speed of Liam's counter topspin is insane. Once he made the right contact and timing, it was almost impossible for me to return. The ball zips off the Viscaria at a tremendous rate, but gives just enough dwell time to make counter topspins consistent. When touching the ball short, the Viscaria gives you a lot of feedback, but not so much that it is overly responsive and uncontrollable, and has a nice balance between the two. Service and return is perhaps the most challenging element of the game, and the blade performed well in this area. You don't particularly get a lot of dwell time when serving, but the blade's feeling makes up for this. Here are some examples of serves, where we're both able to produce a lot of rotation on the ball, forcing service return errors from each other. The arrow-like carbon in the Viscaria means you can get enough speed, but with enough flex to produce a medium throw, increasing the margin for error. Speed-wise, it feels just a touch slower than a T-Mobile ALC, but slightly faster than a recently reviewed Tiago Apollonia ZLC. Here are some match points between me and Liam, where I get completely dominated.
Those long arms. Sam.
Conclusion. We would like to thank Liam Pitchford for his time in helping us review this blade, a fantastic player and a pleasure to play against. The Butterfly Viscaria blade is one of the most popular blades of all time for a reason, and after reviewing it became clear. The use of the arrowlite carbon fibres has been a huge success for Butterfly since it was first used with the Viscaria's release in 1993. It is extremely well balanced and provides great feeling and responsiveness. The Viscaria boosts a large sweet spot, so almost wherever the ball makes contact with the blade, you get a good consistent response with good speed. The dwell time gives you a greater margin for error, which helps with producing spin than a more direct blade like the Butterfly T5000 model, for example. Due to the high responsiveness and speed, would recommend the Viscaria to experienced players that want a great, fast, offensive carbon blade. Players that might not suit this blade are players that prefer a soft touch and less responsiveness, or for those who prefer an all-round or moderately offensive blade, which the Viscaria definitely isn't. After almost 24 years of its initial release, the Viscaria is still a popular blade of choice among pro players, which is miraculous considering the tech now involved in modern sports equipment. Especially in table tennis, where there are now a dozen of different materials and compositions used in the blade market. The Viscaria really is an all-time classic.
So much space.
For more reviews on this blade and other products posted by TTD members and experts, check out the review centre by clicking the link below, where you can rate and review equipment yourself. We'd love to hear your opinions and experiences with different table tennis products. Thanks for watching.